a little less than 16 minutes and 20 seconds time, we're going to have the Mad Lions taking on Team Spirit right here in the online realms of DreamHack Masters Spring 2020. We are deep, or well, we're just getting started actually, not quite deep, but we are into the playoff bracket. We're into the lower bracket round of 2. And of course, in doing so, I'm going to be bringing around a Pipsqueak, a friend of mine. His name is Jacob. You might know him as Pimp. Or what do they call you today? It's Pimpasaurus. What do they call you, Jacob?
The greatest of all time. I don't know. Something along those lines. No?
Nah, I don't think I can say that. Oh, and there's Christine, by the way, who is the GOAT of all time.
Sure, yeah, I'll take that title. Sure, why not?
Cool, why not? It's like the GOAT within the GOAT within the GOAT. You know, it just keeps. Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll keep going on the path that we're on. Let's get things back centered and squared around here. Now, we've got some Danes in the server. We're looking forward to the Mad Lions taking on Team Spirit. Jacob, what are we looking for exactly?
I think these two teams coming into this game are two of the most interesting teams we've seen so far in the tournament. I think Spirit in the group stage did better than anyone would have expected. They were a little bit unlucky against FaZe Clan, having some internet issues, having a player that couldn't finish the game. There was Mir. Whereas for Mad Lions, I think they stepped it up. They weren't looking good in the first game. Christine said it so well. Maybe they looked a little bit rusty, as this was the first tournament they played ever since the break after the Flashpoint. And slowly but surely, they've gotten better and better. And I think these two teams right now are two of the most interesting teams and two dark horses to potentially go all the way to the final.
Christine, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, yeah, that's that man that you were just speaking about, Jacob, where he actually missed those few rounds versus FaZe was Mir. And Mir has been such an instrumental part of this Spirit lineup success. The frags that he actually finds in those mid rounds, it's always followed up with the second and even the third kill. His multi-kill potential, it's immense on the Spirit lineup. And these Spirit guys, they're absolutely going to need him to be able to reproduce those kinds of results in this series versus Lions.
Yeah, and you know, for Spirit, you know, their time is going to come. We're going to get the opportunity to talk a little bit more in depth about Team Spirit and what the CIS has to offer. But as far as Denmark goes, I mean, there's plenty of players that we could talk about over here on Mad Lions. One that notably sticks out, you look at Asilian as one of the legacy players within the Danish scene now, which is already kind of a strange sentiment to echo. But I'm looking at a player like Bubsky or Sush. What do you take, Jacob?
I think you're spot on when you're saying that Bubsky is a player to look out for. He is playing at a very high level. He's also, you know, changing into a role where he's a little bit more laid back. You know, he's flanking a lot of the time. He's playing, you know, a little bit more laid back. He's not as involved as he used to be, but as seemingly so, right? He's still very effective, still a great player on the server. Aiko as well. We were a little bit disappointed by his performance there, Slade, in the group stage. He was okay, but not up to the same high standard that we know him to be at. He was just playing the Blast tournament right here, and he was looking good. So I expect Aiko to come in and be the guy to look out for. His AWP skills, his movement, something spectacular.
Yes, potentially even at that. We're going to hear from the side of Mad Lions right now and hear what they've got to say jumping into this best of 3.
Yeah, the game against Big was, we kind of just felt like we were not ready to play officials, if that makes sense. Like, I think we didn't play officials for like almost like 40 days or something. I think everyone was a bit rusty.
Okay, they must have forced up some pistols behind it or something like that because they just don't have any money still.
Ooh, Roy. Only one this time around, and down goes the gun. But the Colts have been picked back up. Bubsky doesn't give up.
The complexity game was pretty rough. I think it was kind of like the same mistakes as we did against Big. Like, we didn't really realize like what was wrong with our game. We had some rounds where like they were impossible to lose if we just played a little bit without hit.
Complexity going to get this one done. They are finding kills. They are going back and forth. It's all on the Shush, but someone's going to get on the bomb. And Shush spraying. Oh, he's got them on the defuse. And that's it. The round falls apart. Complexity. They don't close.
I think Mousesports right now is not in their best form, but I also thought that we played like really well. And we talked about all the mistakes and we managed to fix them before the game.
But Acor, he's actually still got it off, and he's been menacing outside. Yeah, another kill.
The second.
It's 53.
Because that's what allows Acor to catch them by surprise. A third, and he is looking for more. Acor has done everything, and he's going to read the peek out into Ivy. Headshot at that distance.
Get the ball.
Back in for the scope.
The game against Spirit will be interesting. I kind of know already how they play. They are pretty unique, I would say, actually, because they have some tactics that you don't see other teams do. We will not underestimate them at all. We are going to go into this match 100% focused on the win and do all the preparation as we normally do.
Well, the Mad Lions are going to have to do all of the preparation that they normally do. And by that, I mean they have to not be robots when they're taking up against Team Spirit Mad Lions. We're talking about hearing from the core of it. And I look at you, Jacob. I look at you with a big old smile on your face, and I say, what?
Why would you do that, Trace? Why are you smiling?
You just look like a man that's got something to say. I could be wrong.
It seemed like there was a little bit of interference on his microphone or something along those lines. I like what he's saying, though. They're coming in 100% focused to win this one. I think their loss yesterday against ENCE in the Blast tournament was a big disappointment. I think Mad Lions is a team that right now is playing some high-quality Counter-Strike, so if they weren't to win today, to them, that would be a big disappointment. So I'm on board with Astillion. I think they have a good chance of winning today, and they're coming in 100% focused to win. Of course, is a great sign for them.
Yeah, that does bode well. Christine, let's go ahead and flip the page forward a little bit here as we start to talk about Team Spirit. I want to talk about some of the balance that we have going on within. I disbalance at that. This is a player that I identify from Team Spirit as one to watch out for.
Yeah, man, I disbalance. His ability to just turn the round around when they're at a disadvantage, and a huge disadvantage at that, it's so super to watch. I mean, he's been a pleasure to watch actually ever since DreamHack Masters started. And once again, as Jacob mentioned, a lot of these players, you wouldn't really expect them to be going toe-to-toe with the likes of FaZe, with the likes of G2. But these Spirit guys, they've absolutely showed up. And you heard in that interview speaking about the fact that the Lions weren't able to make those sort of small minor adjustments, and how Spirit guys, they have an interesting playstyle, and that's exactly that. I mean, Chopper, his ability to find holes, find the weakness in his opponents and absolutely exploit that. That's the kind of playstyle we've been seeing coming out of Spirit. Their ability to not lose a round that they should absolutely be losing. So certainly Lions, they've got to be prepared to be able to make those minor adjustments mid-round.
Yeah, and for Team Spirit, this has kind of been their story for the telling, right? It's been what results that they put up there and what they're able to net for themselves. But perhaps they can do a little bit better of justifying it and talking it over.
I love that decision as well. He drops down through the bench. He's not bothered if they try and follow him and churn them up with a shot.
I think on Nuke it went really great for us. Everything worked. Things was done well by our team. When we come to the second map versus Fnatic, Inferno, there was a bit of struggle, but we managed to finish it anyway, 16-14, so that was clean to 0 for us.
Through the tip of the smoke, Mir's going to catch him. Crims, now it falls to him. This bomb, it is a standoff to see who gets control of it through the smoke.
When we come to game versus FaZe, the first map went really great for us. We do a lot of cool things, everything worked. And on the second map, we have a good start as well. Then we lost some rounds. On City, we come back again. And in a key round, Mir disconnected because of his internet and electricity problems. Two problems happened at the same time.
Here, Brokey's on
I think
Is he crashed? Do you think?
Which is
I was wondering why he's still holding CT.
Yeah, he's really committed to this.
Yeah, no, this is too committed.
So Goten, it's our main opponent in this group, because we lost to them 2 last matches, and that was really hard in that games. So now we came really prepared. We did everything like we need to.
But he's down to the 3 shots, goes for the reload, shovels into the cover. This is unreal. There's no kit for Zico, and Magic's just jumping around his winner.
In first game, we're gonna face Mad Lions in playoffs. We watch their demos and we kind of ready for it. So I hope that things that we prepare are gonna work well for us.
Now they're going to move in. Brokey with your first contact. The lineup. I disbalance gets 1. He doubles it. A second. I disbalance. Shutting it down.
Well, they did watch a lot of demos, and I'm sure that they studied their maps just properly. However, for us, we need to start talking about the maps between these two teams and obviously take a look at some of the deeper details therein. Speaking of maps, that's the veto process that we're going to start right here, right now. And perhaps we just go ahead and fly them all out there, and I just tell you guys what they are. Or do you want to do something special, Christine?
Let's do something special, Trace. What you got for us?
Nothing. I was just going to say that the maps are Mirage, Nuke, and Train. But anyway, what do we think about this map? Well, let's just focus right on the first map of Mirage. Talk to me a little bit about this being a Team Spirit CT start.
Yeah, Team Spirit, they love to play Mirage. They love a bit of Mirage, right? The fact that it's Mad Lions picking into it is to me, it's a great sign in the sense that Mad Lions, they feel super, super comfortable in their own team. Otherwise, they wouldn't pick what potentially is Spirit's best map besides Nuke. into that matchup. So they feel comfortable on Mirage as well. It seems like we got 3 maps right here that both teams are like comfortable with. Both teams are saying to themselves, all right, we believe that we're the better team, so we're just going to play on our best maps and let the better team win. There's not really a lot of thought process going into this video. There's not a lot of like wriggle room in terms of like, could you have picked into Vertigo? Could you have not vetoed Vertigo? It was pretty set in stone from the get-go, and the fact that both of these lineups are okay with playing each other's strongest maps is to me a great sign for a great game.
And I have to exactly echo that sentiment. I mean, Nuke it's a go-to map for Lions, and it's obviously still a go-to map for Spirit as well. So, oh man, this series is absolutely going to be neck and neck because, as Jacob mentioned, these are all comfort picks for both of these squads across all 3 of these maps, actually.
Yeah, and on the back of that, I just kind of have to ask you guys, even if you are seeing eye to eye, if the 2 of you are seeing level right here, when we look at this series as a whole, who are we putting the most stock in? Who is your prediction with?
I mean, if you gotta be completely honest, right? The way the Mad Lions have played lately, I think the only thing that would give me a little doubt in them winning today would be the loss yesterday against Ents. How did that affect them? Was that a tough loss for them? Because I think they should have won yesterday. I think they are the better team compared to Ents. They just weren't good enough yesterday. And how much of a confidence, issue is that going to be today against a team like Spirit? Spirit was looking super, super solid in the group stage, but let's be honest, we haven't seen that consistency coming out of them for quite some time. So looking at these 2 teams, looking at the matchup, I think Mad Lions is the better squad. I think they have the better players. I think they should be winning, but I would not rule out Spirit. I think they've been playing some solid Counter-Strike lately, so I expect a close game, but I expect Mad Lions to win.
Danish team, nonetheless. Thank you, Jacob. Now, Christine, let's look onward here. Do you have Mad Lions or do you have Team Spirit?
I'm going to go with Spirit here. I already chose the underdog in the first series to open up the day. I'm going once again here. It didn't go well. It did not go well for me. But I think the difference here is that Spirit have shown us a different kind of hunger in their series thus far. And they're going to need it once again. The one thing that I see coming out of Spirit that might bite them is they've had some slow starts coming into these series. In that first map in particular, we need to see that the hunger that we keep complimenting from these Spirit guys coming out right from the get-go from round 1.
Yeah, and I think that you are onto something there, especially considering, I just have to lay my eggs just to sort of spite Jacob in this moment and go for the side of Spirit, because that's how Jacob and I roll. Best buds for life. I would fist bump you through the internet, but it doesn't work. I've already tried with the commentators. Now, I want to invite you all to go to this break with us, but in doing so, I want to make sure that you get your votes out there in the Twitch chat. It's either going to be hashtag Mad Lions or it's going to be hashtag Spirit. I can almost guarantee that, but I can't really guarantee that. So double check your votes. Make sure you don't have any hanging chads. We're going to go to a break. We're going to come back with our casters, and we're going to be ready to jump into this game. Be right back, everybody.
Welcome back to DreamHack Masters Spring 2020. We do, of course, have Mad Lions taking on Spirit in the server. Not just in the server, but behind our casters as well. Harry, what are the server conditions like? What's the zoo looking like right now?
Well, Hugo, let me tell you, right? You can hear it. It's rip-roaring. It's all going on right here down on the sidelines. These Lions, they are one thing, and that thing is mad. I think it's fair to say. And they're going to be going up against the Team Spirit boys. Now, I've absolutely loved watching Team Spirit as of late. Sadly, we don't have dragon enclosures, like, for real, just because they're not real animals, Hugo. I don't know.
Get the Ouija board out, Harry. Contact some Spirit.
Yeah, man. Ouija boards are, like, synonymous with dragon summoning. I think that's one thing I've learned, right, through all my time invested in the dark arts. But Hugo, man, I'm really looking forward to this game, right? Mad Lions, they've been a team on the rise, and they really impressed me. And then for Spirit, it's like, this team has like kind of stolen my heart in a way, man.
Yeah.
I've loved watching this Spirit squad on this astronomical rise as of late. There's a lot of talent in this team. And if you remember, like their end to the group stage was kind of a sour one, right? The analysts already talk about it, with Mir having to drop out and then fielding a stand-in, Dima having to come and play. It's nice to see the Spirit guys reunited once again.
Yeah, I think think what's really sad about that especially is like that's a game that, okay, looking at it on paper, let's take out the fact that Mir DCs, Spirit probably win that series, right? I think that's pretty safe to say. And that would put them in the upper bracket against Big, right? Not only, you know, being in the upper bracket, but that saves you from a single best of 3 elimination, which is where we're at right now. If Mad Lions win this game and take this series over Spirit, like I probably say should do, like being the favorites, yes, Spirit are out, Spirit are done. And after such a good few months as well, right? The road to Rio going flawless there without dropping a series, coming into this event almost 3-0ing the group as well, which is crazy considering some of the teams they're up against. So I think Spirit, credit for getting this far, but will this be the furthest they get? I don't know. We'll have to see. The Danes are looking dangerous, and boy, are they here for blood. We're into the map. We're into Mirage. It's the pick of the Lions, and they're going to be starting things off on the T side.
Yeah, and early on, going to be making their way over here towards the B-bomb site. Now, Team Spirit with 2 players lying in wait here. It's Mir and it's Chopper. These 2 are not the 2 you want to be trifling with if you're Mad Lions. And Chopper is actually going aggressive. He could catch them as they're lining up this utility. He's a lot deeper than they might be ready for. He's only going to be able to put up 1. The Glock's overwhelm him, and now Mir holding on. Ooh, the flash, but they don't see him. Nobody spotted him. It does get checked eventually. Asilian goes down fighting. Shush gets that trade. We're into a 2-on-2. Some Die Young holding it down from Cat, and Magic just barreling in through the market. Might come to regret that decision, as now it leaves Some Die Young in this 1v2.
Oh, shot out from above already. Acor, he's got him trapped. Another player on the site. He's going to try and move in. Acor, he just waits, and he will be rewarded for his patience. Big 3K round from Shush as well. The fact that Mad Lions run past the player on the balcony, and Asilian, the 3rd man in, he checks it. Like, credit where credit is due. That's so important. If Asilian doesn't check that, that round likely falls apart in the post-part. Asilian, I mean, a lot of question marks on this guy when he joined the team over Hunden, especially considering Mad Lions were making a rise with Hunden on this team, and so many people were shocked that they would change the in-game leader, especially someone like Hunden that, okay, yeah, individually he's certainly struggled in the past, but, you know, he's certainly got the ideas, and he's certainly got the brain for the game. But I think Asilian has fit in so well into this team, and clearly the players like him as well, so, you know, obviously it's sad not to see Hunden at the reins, but you know, Asilian's certainly probably the best man for the job I could think of. 1-0 for Mad Lions. They take the pistol in their pick, and Spirit forced up in the second. Push towards the A site. We have a double B as well, getting aggressive towards Catwalk, and Mad Lions will finally leave mid after setting Shush up in the ladder room. Going to try and group towards the apartments, split B. We'll see if Shush gets pushed in by the players on Catwalk. If he does, that will just give Mad Lions the room to hit the B-bomb site quickly from the apartments. And Shush has read this. Molly goes down, Chopper goes in, and Shush gets that kill, weakening the defense towards B, but a rotate in the form of the scout has already come on in.
Oh. Here are Magic's left up in this one in a 2-on-3, and they might just think about saving here, right? They've got that AK on Mir. He could look to do some damage with it. He has wrapped back round over towards Catwalk while Magic's is sneaking his way in through the apartments. And he actually does deal with Acor pretty swiftly. Now, inside of the site, Asilian is already posted up to shut down this push. It's actually Bubsky, rather, up on this little boost. Mir closing the distance down through Catwalk and does get bested, but both these players now low, and they've retrieved weapons. If they're going to defuse this bomb, they've got to get on it soon, and Magix will deliver the kill onto Asilian. The defuse going to come on in. Well, it looks like it's going to be close. Team Spirit, I think, are walking away with this round in the bag. Maybe not. They've just missed it. It's very, very close, but Mir makes the right decision to run away and hold on to that AK. Everyone falls for Mad Lions. And now, if you're Team Spirit, you might be tempted to go for another force buy here. But
certainly,
I don't know if they're going to, right? We have to wait and see. Either side's justifiable, but yeah, they're just going to play for the long game, right? And look to get these rifles in the next round. Anything now that Mir can do with this AK, any damage he can find, is going to be worth its weight in gold to Team Spirit.
Yeah, I love the boost, throwing him straight onto Catwalk. He's going to beat Mad Lions to middle here, and they might not be ready for that. as they move through with grenades in their hand. Mir misses a shot, and he's not going to have many opportunities. And yeah, like, I agree. You know, certainly tempting to force here for your Spirit, but I think they make the right call by not forcing. Look at Mad Lions' buy. It may be lacking util, but they've got guns. They've got 4 rifles, so nothing Spirit could have shown, you know, better than this buy. So just eco, get everything you need in the 4th. Oh dear, Mir, he just falls off. He lets his teammate die. Shush, gonna get traded at least. But Mir, if he gets out of here alive, I'll be shocked and impressed. Acor doesn't want anything to do with this. They've cleared out the B bomb site, just running through the apartments now. And Mad Lions with a quick plant. Acor staying alive is crucial as well. Denies the cat retake. And yeah, this is just a 1 round for Mad Lions. It's all about, you know, tying the bow, getting the last couple of kills, and they might present themselves as well. Magic's getting dinked. Down to 9, bye-bye. Cillian finds him from the catwalk instead, and Mir is deep down below. Ooh.
Oh, now the AK for Sumdar Young, and Cillian wants to take this away. Sumdar Young's not going to let him, and they're almost trying to bait him into this crossfire down in mid. He's made a lot of noise rotating down through the lower tunnels. Mir was meant to be there to pick that up. Both these players now trying to bait Mad Lions in for the chase, and Mad Lions are going to give it to them. And Cillian really does. He takes all those guns away. They find that 3rd round. Still, it's another round where a lot of damage is done by Team Spirit, right? You think about how these rounds have gone since the pistol. Well, in round number 2, which was an anti-force buy for the side of Mad Lions, nobody survived. And now here in this round, just 2 players survived. So if you're Team Spirit, you've got Mad Lions right where you want them, right? This money is gone. It never built up past the pistol round. So a victory here and now for Team Spirit can set them up nicely to get back into this game early on.
Yeah, I disbalanced trying to clear mid with the AWP. He sees nothing, but I love the dedication to B for Mad Lions. They're going to go at it again. There's only 1 man here right now. This is the perfect play from the tees. And up on catwalk, Mir's going to find one, but immediately traded. I disbalanced, dropping Shush in middle through the smoke. And this AWP has now come alive. It looks to shut down the round in the retake. Spirit coming in for a triple market play. And this is not going to be easy for them to get back into. Mad Lions have already established post plants. A man on cat, 1 boosted in the site watching the door. These are good positions from Mad Lions, and they are just waiting for Spirit to deliver the kills. There's one Bubsky dropping off the lineup for Acor, and he doesn't even need the AWP, but he will grenade it towards him. Does he get it? Oh, no, not quite. But I love the idea there. Throwing the grenade, it blew the AWP actually further away, but there's a world where that comes right towards him, and he can pick it up. Either way, a round's a round, and Mad Lions are going to take it, keeping up their streak and keeping up their commitment to this B bomb site. And now moving forward, right, after like so many rounds in a row towards B, Spirit are going to feel the need to stack it. Not on this one, because it's eco, and they're trying to maybe play ahead of the grain, but Mad Lions already setting a real precedent in the early stages of this map.
Team Spirit have pushed with 3 players down here towards the ramp, and they are a matter of seconds shy of catching that bomb rotating out of T-spawn. Sumdar Young's going to go back, aware that a player could be over here in the palace, but they keep these 2 players over in T-spawn, wrapping around from behind. And I disbalance, getting a bit of scout damage, lands the kill the 2nd time around. And they're very fixated on dealing with him. Acor and Roy will pick up the kills between the 2 of them. Now these T players having to wrap back into the A site. This is not how you wanted this flank to go if you were Team Spirit. You were hoping that these players in the site could have bought you a bit more time to find, you know, a nice bit of positioning with these players in the back line. But this does leave a man like Mir up in Palace as an unknown entity. That is until he whiffs a couple of shots down into the sandwich, and that's him now retreating. Mad Lions, they're kind of, you know, mad lions by the fact that he's poked them and prodded them from the apartments. They look to deal with him, and they do. But they lose a man in the process. And for Magix and Chopper, it is just a save. So Mad Lions going to go 5-0 up here to begin their T side of Mirage. Slowly but surely making these rounds a little bit cleaner.
One thing I think that's really good for Cillian and this roster, and generally I'd say for Danish teams, is like the belief in the in-game leader. Like when a Cillian calls something, it's so obvious that everyone is listening and doing as he says. Like after that info comes through that Mir's in Palace, you know, someone makes a call, okay, go back towards ramp, all 4 players, the bomb's for us. And so Mad Lions rush spawn and they beat Mir to escape, right? Like, one player dies checking spawn to see what timing Mir's caught, but once they realize he's trapped in Palace, well, they have everyone there to deal with him and they can deny that exit, deny the save. So yeah, just a really good reaction. And that's something you're going to see a lot from Mad Lions, like just playing as a unit, all believing in the system, and you've got to, right? If you want to compete at this level. Big opening kill coming from iDisbalance's orb in the Palace. Acor went to pre-aim it, but late to the angle, loses his life. And now Mad Lions going to go back towards what they know and love, which is that B-bomb site by the looks of things. 2 players hanging around his spawn, taking their time, but they will eventually take that bomb back towards the apartments. Window smoke for Asilian. There are players in lower as well. Mad Lions at least want some dominion over middle. Or somewhat just trying to sell a fake while the rest of them group towards B.
iDisbalance has just missed the timing on the first man getting by, and so this means there's a player in the site a little bit deeper than he was ready for. Luckily enough, Chopper has been able to keep the site under wraps, and there's even a wrap coming in from Mir. The AWP can be retrieved here for Team Spirit. They do find it in time. That's going to make its way back into the hands of iDisbalance. So Team Spirit getting their first round on the board. This AWP was a nice little change. You know, besting Acor initially, coming in for a rotate towards B. Very mobile with the big green gun in hand. And now you see the effect this has had, right? Like, you go 5-0 up if you're Mad Lions, but we kept saying how these rounds were so close. And now you see the implications of that. It's immediately down onto pistols after losing your first rifle round here.
Pains of the economy, and it's about to get a little bit worse as well. Spirit looked to rub salt in the wound in middle. iDisbalance styling with the AWP right now. Ooh, very close shots, but none of them connecting. It's Sunday Young to find the opening kill. He's not done with that either. Walking back towards connector for a second, and there are more where that came from. 2, in fact, as Mad Lions move through middle. Boost up, Chopper spots it, and the pillar, or at least the fencing, gets in the way. Shot from Acor, surely no more though, and that's the bomb dropped in the round, lost. Asilian, same case, and Spirit, they lose 1 man in that round, but otherwise it's a very good rifle round, getting rid of the eco. And now Mad Lions coming back in with guns in number 8, looking to put a stop to this streak before it is built by Spirit. Maybe some of you are not so familiar with Spirit as a team. They've certainly been on the rise as of late. I think someone to look out for, a guy that me and Harry have repped a lot, is Magic's inside of this roster. 16 years old, a very young player and extremely talented. Actually 17 years old now, rather. It was his birthday very recently, the last couple of weeks. But yeah, either way, definitely someone you should keep your eyes on here for Spirit. Saturn CT in this round, but right now Mad Lions are just taking middle, looking to split the A site with Roy up in the Palace. We'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, now while all this has gone on, Chopper and iDisbalance went aggressive into the apartments, and so now they leave Chopper there and they rotate this AWP back over here towards the A bomb site. And so this means now for Team Spirit, they've got quite the stack inside of A. 3 players here with Mir over on the catwalk in a position to help and deal with this connector play. However, Acor was waiting patiently for that kill to get delivered. Sunday Young is going to at least get Acor back. A bit of revenge, but it doesn't matter because Roy and Shush have just laid waste to the A bomb site. And this leaves Chopper flying solo in a 1v4. A lot of work to do, and I don't imagine we really see him even attempt it. Poor guys come all the way around from B on this wrap, only to find that the rest of the team have been stripped away. However, Mad Lions, they are dedicating a lot of players to hunting him down. There is like a temporary timing where maybe Chopper could find a 1v1 inside of the site. I think he's hidden. No, he might. Oh, he is hidden. They didn't see him. They've left the A site. It is just Shush here now. But the time's too low, and Chopper, no defuse today. Will at least stay alive.
Yeah, with lots as well, right? Full util and a kit with his gun. So it's a good save, and at least they have money to buy around it, right? There's nothing worse than doing what Spirit did and getting it around on the board. And if they had been reset right after, for example, if there was no Deagle round for Mad Lions and they won that, Spirit would have been broken here. And there's nothing worse than that. So very important they actually get 2 in a row before they get broken, because now they can afford, and well, at least one more buy round to put up against Mad Lions. Or heavy mid control, the boost up, the run boost, in fact, and some of the young spottable won't be able to stop it. So mid is conceded, Spirit go elsewhere. They move the AWP back towards jungle and Mir into B. That's, of course, where Mad Lions have been frequenting on this T side, but this will not be the case today. Bomb heading towards ramp, 3 in the middle as well. And Mad Lions, they've just been playing very standard. This has been safe CS, taking middle, hanging around. There's the kill onto the mid player, and now they can just set up for an A split through the connector. Nice grenade, though.
Yeah, these 2 players at Cat could cause a bit of a problem, but that's what Asilian is hoping to deal with. He's not ready for the second man, and he even gets a stab off onto Mir. Magic's trying to hold down the connector, but he has been hung out to dry somewhere. He's all alone. There's players coming in from behind, and Magic's going to keep on holding his ground. Has left this in a 2-on-2. The nade going to find a lot of damage onto Bubsky. And so now Magic's and Mir, a real chance in this round, a round that was 2-on-4 at one point in time. Akor's fallen back and taken up position over here at ramp, and Bubsky's still trapped inside of the site. Does get dropped by Mir, and now it falls onto Akor, the bomb. I don't think it's planted for him, so he's got to swing wide if he wants to deny this, and they just hold down the line. Magic's going to pick up a triple in this round, secures the AWP as well. That's going to find its way back into the hands of iDisbalance, and that is a great 2v4 from the Team Spirit boys.
Yeah, what a huge retake from Magix as well. And the fact that he's jiggling on the stairs as well, he knows Akor's ramp. Akor's not fired a shot, man. He's not giving away the fact where he is, what gun he has, what he's doing. And Magix just knows. He's just stalling it out, waiting for Akor to try and cross default. Like you said, not planted for the ramp. And a big mistake made by Mad Lions, maybe in the post plant. That's one of those plants that comes down only because you feel like you have to, not because you feel like you're going to play around it, right? You're just hoping for the best in that 2-on-2 when they lose a man in middle and then another one swinging on the A site. And I think that was definitely a big mistake as well for Mad Lions, right? Like if you want to get rid of that player on stairs, you want to try and fight him, you should be double peeking that, or at least trying to swing with a trade. A player goes out on his own to take that fight. Magix wins it and puts him in a 2-on-2 that Spirit close in the post plant. So yeah, recovered round from nowhere, and that will have huge consequences in this game. Look at the money of Mad Lions. It's down to zilch after this buy round, and they've got 2 Deagles in this as well. So Spirit, they have really dug themselves out of the dirt here and have put themselves in a position to string together some rounds. They've just got to do this one first, and then it gets easier from that point onwards.
Mad Lions want to try and come up through the connector again, and dealing with some Young in window is going to help out massively. Bubsky is quick to take up this position, and he doesn't have to go much further than this. He can just try and cut off the rotations, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Dispatches of Chopper, and now this A play looks to come in. iDisbalance plucks off one with the AWP, but that's it. Magix is going to answer the call, however, with a quick double, and it is now left onto Bubsky. Coming in on this CT side wrap, that bomb dropped over in Sandwich, and no one offering up a kill. It's Mir and Magix once again in this, well, this time around 2v1 scenario. 35 seconds, and Bubsky has retrieved the bomb. He's looking like he wants to fall on back and head over here towards this B site. And Team Spirit, they've allowed for this. They've given up control of the bomb. They've conceded control of A, and now Bubsky is going to be afforded a bomb plant and a chance at this 1v2 inside of the B bomb site.
Yeah, this feels almost too good to be true for Bubsky. That's why he's playing so slow. Why would the B site be clear, you would think? Well, Mir got aggressive. He flanked the spawn and joined up with Magix. And now, yeah, the realization's there for Mad Lions, but Bubsky still doesn't know that they're both coming from market. Getting a free plant. Now the penny's dropped. Now he's realized, but is he there in time? Oh, it's a fast play. And Magix is so quick through the window. The second he gets to it, he's already jumped through. And great shot from Magix to close the round, man. He is, I mean, I said his name like 2 rounds ago, and he's just had like back-to-back back 3K since that point. So huge effort, saves the AWP as Mir delays the defuse. And I really like that play from Bubsky. Gets the gap, gets the timing, but yeah, I guess miscalculated by a few seconds as to how fast Spirit are walking through A. When they came from the Palace, they realized that the site was empty, and with 10 seconds left, Spirit know they're like, oh yeah, he's not here, he has to be B, or we win the round, let's just run. And they just knife out, run through the A site against the 10 seconds on the clock. It's the perfect call, and it's broken the Mad Lions money as we suspected.
Going to be just one of these all-in B plays. Matchmaking classic here, and it's gone about as well as you would expect. Here's the rotation from iDisbalance, and he's got this all under control. Nice couple of taps from Asilian to find a double, but ultimately no bomb plant, not much ground gained. And Team Spirit finding themselves that 5th on the board. Going to be the reinvestment here for Mad Lions. Once again, it's going to be lacking this AWP. For old mate Acor, he's just relegated down at 2 and AK in this one. iDisbalance looking like he wants to come in with a little window peek. And Magix, with the spawn for mid, takes this opportunity to barrel into the lower tunnels with support behind him. 2 players here, and Shush now pushing in. Deals with the first and the follow-up as well. Magix and Mir both get shut down. And now this is a very, very tricky round for Team Spirit to navigate.
Yeah, this is one where you just gamble if you're Spirit. Stack a site, and I think they've got the same idea, moving all 3 to A. Now, this is good, because if Mad Lions go B, Spirit save 3 guns. And if Mad Lions go A, well, Spirit have their best chance at winning a round. They're starting to doubt themselves, though, Harry. You see Chopper's already run back towards B as Young gets aggressive. This timing is crucial, and so is Shush's, because if he clears B, this bomb will bail, but not before Young gets aggressive and drops it. That's a huge problem, and Young is dealt with. A trade is imminent, and the bomb has now been spotted for this CT side. They're going to go back towards A and gamble, but as said, Shush, where is he? He's in the B-bomb site, and he's about to get everything uncovered rather, for Mad Lions. I think the big problem here is the bomb doesn't want to rotate spawn and make up all this lost ground, so they might use Shush to just rotate and flank the A site while they commit to this one. It seems safer than sending the bomb in through no man's land. They've just really got to get rid of iDisbalance. He's the pivotal player, but luckily that bomb has gone through the Palace, and so this position with the AWP is going to be negated somewhat.
Oh, there it is. But yeah, they're coming in. Oh, well.
Bye.
He tempts fate a bit there with the jump, and Roy is not one to be tempted. Chopper, a long way away from this A-bomb site, and the plant coming through. This should be a Mad Lions round all day long. Chopper's not even going to attempt it. He's just looking to stay alive. You know, you think about how that round started, there was a chance at recovery for Team Spirit, right? But the moment you lose 2 players down in those lower tunnels, in like the fashion they did, right? That is a high risk, high reward play, and they don't get the reward. But my goodness, did they get all of the risk? So Chopper just going to try and hold on to this M4. 7 now on the board for Mad Lions. Maybe even a chance to retrieve that AWP, but they've decided against it for now. Bubsky's still nearby, so he should be able to grab that if they'd like to, and yeah, he does. Going to back away. That can go into the hands of Acor in this follow-up round. Now, with Chopper staying alive, you can still invest here on the Team Spirit side. If he went down, you know, if he died there trying to hold on to the M4, if he died at the end, you know, there would have been no investment here, but he's able to drop a gun over. That goes over towards Mir, who didn't have enough to invest. There's an AWP on iDisbalance. This buy is just as good as any other, really, for Team Spirit. But the good times could be coming to a close if they forego this round.
Good times. They're in low supply in 2020, Harry, and well, Mad Lions might just be stockpiling all of them, setting up for this A burst, but it's all a fake, it's all a ruse. Utility and the bomb shown, but no one committing out through that smoke. And this is all known. Magix is in the site. He's a triple. He's seen everything. He knows that no one's committed, so this isn't exactly like unknown information right now for Spirit. They are still standardly set up. No one leaning all too far. I'm going back to B. The players coming back to A. The old double fake. We just saw a similar setup from Complexity, where they threw 2 sets of utility over that A bomb site and then sent the bomb in B. It didn't work, but it wasn't an eco, and that's because they lost 2 players at the ramp to Crim straight away to Fnatic. So yeah, let's see if Mad Lions can do it better. As they throw up the grenades, they've at least got guns behind this, so you would expect a little bit more as that second execute comes through. There's still Chopper on B, which is where the bomb is going, so let's keep our eyes on that as well.
Oh, Magic's dealing with the first man, and yeah, Chopper has not fallen for this. He's not rotating until he's seen that bomb, and as I say that, he actually began to rotate, gets forced out of position over at the B site, and the round might just fall apart. Magic has put up 3 kills over towards A, but is that enough to tempt Team Spirit into this retake? It's Mirror Magic's. These two have pulled off a lot of 2vx scenarios, so they are going to give it a go, but they're not accounting for the fact that Bubsky could be close in the market, and he is. While Mir gets the trade, Shush is able to keep things in favor of Mad Lions, locking in an 8th round there. Magic's has looked really good over at the A bomb side, but it just feels like the rest of the gang here aren't quite materializing. It's this round, once again, he puts up 3 in the hold of A.
Yeah,
and now there's no money for Team Spirit. It's one problem after another. There should be a 9th on the board for the Mad Lions.
Yeah, and that wasn't like a round that Spirit were confused at either. Like, you called it yourself. Obviously, very unfortunate rotation with Chopper moving out at the wrong time, but Mir was pushing mid. He was flanking Cat while that A play was going on. So, like, I think Spirit knew what was happening, but, you know, when you do only see fights at A and none at B, that's eventually, you know, that has a limit as to how long you want to hold a B anchor before you rotate. And, you know, Mad Lions did get some trade kills on that A site. Albeit, you know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. This does, though, for Mad Lions, getting this one cleanly. Nice shot from Acorn, flicking up. He goes back for more, and he will regret a repeat as he eventually bails back towards the A site. Shush now has to take his position. Legs have been spotted. Shush, he needs to aim higher, but now they've dropped off, and he can't afford to do so too. Some missed shots, but Roy can move in to help him out. Bubsy's got another, and boy, oh boy, Spirit making it expensive, but it's not really a lost round by any means of the word for Mad Lions. A 3rd kill would be excellent, but denied. And 9 rounds on this T side is a pretty damn good showing for the Danes. Can they put double digits on before the end of the half? We'll have to wait and see. But Spirit have everything they need to fight back for round 15.
Yeah, one thing you will note is the lack of kits, and you think about how often these rounds have come down to these retakes. A kit can make all the difference. So let's see if that's something that ends up coming back to punish Team Spirit here in round 15. Last round of the first half, and a little run boost for Acor. Flies on in, but doesn't see anyone from it. Spirit very lax over here towards mid with a pretty heavy emphasis on players actually in this A bomb site. Mir's holding on to any potential window boosts that could look to come through, and he's going to start to meander his way down into mid, tries to peek ahead of that smoke, but Shush was ready. And as we've often seen, whenever this mid kill presents itself into the window, Bubsky is usually very, very quick to try and take that position, but this time it comes back to hurt Mad Lions. They're left in this 3-on-4. They go back into the B bomb site, but Chopper is here, holding close, and the flash gets him off the angle. Astillion with the kill has secured the entries into this site, and Sundai Young, he might get fed to the Lions here as he barrels into the site alone. Shush gonna find him, and this leaves Magic's I Disbalance 2-on-3 make that 1v3, as it is just the AWP left on the Team Spirit side.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate round for it to all crumble down. Just shows us what he can do with that AWP when Acor hands it over. And I Disbalance, I mean, they should know exactly what's going on. Nice shot, but there's the trade immediately. No hesitation from Mad Lions, and they find 10 at the end of the first half. Spirit have their work cut out for them in this opening map. But remember, it's the pick of the Danes. I mean, we've got an entire BO3 to see where this one's going. So stick around. Join us in just a minute. We'll be back with the rest of Mirage.
Call me crazy, but I made me. I'll give it all up just to be with you. I'm so happy, now you got me. I'll surrender all my love to you. Don't you see what you're doing to me? I'm in love and I can't break free. Now I'm begging with you, baby. Please don't leave me hanging. Oh, oh, oh. It's a lockdown, baby. You drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping. Your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up for with a key. Oh, 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 yeah. I said lock me up for with a key. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lock me up for with a key.
Well, it's a roaring start for the Mad Lions here. They're 10-5 up, and on their map pick, they're feeling pretty good. Team Spirit gonna have a pretty hard task ahead of them to grind their way back into this first map of this best-of-3 series. But it could all start with a pistol round victory, and they're gonna set up outside of the A bomb site, looking to get ahead of the curve. There are 3 players here for Mad Lions, with Bubsky available for a fast rotation if needed. As I say that, actually, he's peeled off back towards B. So this is going to leave just 3 players here to try and hold down the line. And it's a nice opener from Shush. He's followed up with another. Not quite the third. Sunday Young does best him. Bit of an awkward fight between Roy and co as he's forced back into the connector. And while all this has gone on, Mir's gotten up into the window. He drops Sicilian on the rotation, but Roy is going to hold down the line. That pistol round is so back and forth. But ultimately, it's Mad Lions coming out ahead.
Yeah, great work from the Danes, and you know this map pool, sorry, is the exact same or very similar to that of our previous series in a different order. Mirage, Nuke, Train obviously, or Nuke obviously coming up next. That's a great map for Spirit. It's one that they almost took off FaZe in overtime with the stand-in, but of course Danes do love a bit of Nuke, so that's worth keeping in the back of your mind as well. Mad Lions looking to take us over the line, looking to close this map before Spirit get involved. And, well, that involvement will come in the follow-up round. It's Glocks here, it's AKs in the third, and I imagine, as a result, probably nothing in this round. It's a mowdown from Shush and A-Court, 2 apiece, and Sunday Young going to join the party. It's not really much of a party, more of a funeral. Mad Lions 12-5 up right now. If they win this round, Harry, the map might just be done.
Yeah, it's a pretty horrible spot to be in, right? If you're Team Spirit, your back is really against the wall here. And this is where they've got to do their best work yet in this series so far. It feels a bit of a shame as well, because it feels like Chopper's struggling quite a lot. And usually he's one of like the consistent pillars within this Team Spirit squad. What are the answers going to be for Team Spirit? The other thing is like, you know, with having so little room to play with, it's not like you can kind of feel this out, right, and get a good understanding for how the Mad Lions want to be approaching this CT side. You got to win this one here and now, really, if you're Team Spirit. They're making this right decision to be passive over in middle. There are 2 players here for Mad Lions holding on with this crossfire between lower tunnels and top mid. And Sunday Young actually able to best Sicilian over at the B bomb site. An early man advantage taken. And this might put a bit more pressure on this mid hold to try and find results. Doing so leaves them in the firing line of Mir. And Chopper even swooping in from a rotation in through the T apartments is going to help his teammate out. Another kill for Chopper, and he's coming alive. That's exactly what we need to see if Team Spirit want to come out ahead here in this map. Sunday Young going to finish things off. And Team Spirit, I'll take a 6th round.
That's the perfect call for Spirit there, right? Like, they know the Mad Lions are on a bonus with SMGs and Famases, and the Mad Lions feel the need to get aggressive to take kills away. Well, they send Sunday Young towards B, but after he gets that kill, like you said, it forces Mad Lions' hand. They don't know how many players are B. They only had 1 dude there, so, you know, they know they've lost B. They know they need to get aggressive. Spirit, they've just set the trap. They were waiting at top mid the entire round. Mad Lions come around the corner and walk into their death and just, you know, fall apart bit by bit. So it's going to be Spirit finding a 6th, saving the day and keeping themselves in this map. Of course, Mad Lions broken here. I mean, Spirit should be able to build at least 1 more round. then Mad Lions will be coming in with guns in number 20.
Ooh, Roy's CZ. Able to put up one, but he just has to immediately retreat. These pistols are still finding kills, and while they are getting traded back for Team Spirit, you know, a 3-on-3 in a round that you really haven't put much into is not something you can be too disappointed with. However, 1 by 1, they do get stripped on down. Shush now arriving at Cat. He's retrieved that AK. He might just look to save this, and that looks to be the decision. He's going to back away and concede this 7th round to Spirit. Mad Lions, you know, they're not feeling the sweat just yet. They've still got plenty of room to work with, and so they can afford to make decisions like this, try and prioritize doing too much damage to the money. It's 7-12, you know, it's definitely not within the realms of possibility that Team Spirit could claw their way back into this game. It all kind of hinged on picking up that first rifle round, right, as to whether or not you had any stake left. And they certainly do now. 7-12, just 5 between them. With 3 players surviving, money made in this round for the Team Spirit squad.
They're just clamoring in the kitchen, but it's going to be a clean sweep with 3 alive, 7 to their name. Akor's got enough for the AWP. He could go for it with armor as well. So plenty of options available for Mad Lions in this round, whether they want to send him. Shush has been the top performer so far in this game. Very influential on the T side, getting a lot of opening kills, a lot of 3 pieces. See if he can keep that up. Idis balance in middle, watching for the push, and Mad Lions are going to bring it to him. Once again, they set up aggressive in middle. Now the question is, do they go further than this point, or do they just wait? Because right now this is a perfect setup to just deal with Spirit taking mid late. Even with this run boost, there it goes. Idis balance missing the shot by an inch, and well, that's not going to be close enough because Mad Lions find 3 kills in an instant. 1 lower, 2 top, and now it's left to Spirit clamoring back at a 2-on-5.
Magix has been spotted as well. Things really do go from bad to worse here for Team Spirit. Not like Magix has been able to remove a man on the back of this Palace play, and a minute left on the clock. Time is the only thing going their way right now, and even that turns against you second by second. So Magix 1v5, not going to happen. 13 on the board for Mad Lions, and a flawless round at that. That's fantastic, because this is going to set them up nicely now in the remainder of this half. The one way I think that we could have seen Team Spirit grind their way back into this game is if they get a hold of the money, and if they keep the side of Mad Lions just on the back foot. And that's now no longer the same kind of problem it would have been if just a few more kills were found in that rifle round there. So sure, there's another investment coming through for Team Spirit, but they're the ones now teetering on the edge of a reset, and the same cannot be said for Mad Lions.
That shot nearly hit for Akor through the smoke onto the jumping player. He's going to post back up, and the AWP for Spirit is in this position, but no one really wants to fight this AWP. Akor peeks with his own teammate's flash just a second too early, and he sees nothing, but there was nothing to be seen anyway. Chopper coming out from lower. Nice pre-fire. He predicts the position from Roy and puts Spirit a man up in a crucial round. I mean, like you said, you know, Spirit, they're the ones gunning for this round with no economy left up, so that's such an influential kill. They're going to take it towards B now, grouped up as 5. Definitely the right call here for Spirit, playing the percentages, playing safe. Mad Lions only have 1 man on B, it's Bubsky with the AWP. Rotate from Massilian is coming, but will it be here in time?
Gets into the site. Now he's going to have a bit of a stand, and he gets his head taken off. Now Bubsky will delete 1 on the cross. Is this going to spur Mad Lions on for the retake? They're a man down right now, and yeah, they've already written this one off. And I like that decision, right? Like, we've been saying how the money's so important. We've been saying how that can make or break this comeback for Team Spirit. And so Mad Lions just aren't going to leave themselves in a position where they have to eco anytime soon. I don't feel pressured yet to go for these unfavorable retakes, and they're going to look to hold on to these weapons. A double AWP can prove to be all the difference for this CT squad.
Safely escaping with 4 and keeping their money intact as well as their pride. Pride on the other side, though, these Lions are waiting around for that money to continue to build. They are still very much in control of this game, not worried yet. This will be another breaking round, especially for Spirit. If they can find it, they will put Mad Lions on the back foot, and this comeback well and truly will start. This is, I mean, you know, as is tradition, the further you get into a Counter-Strike game, the more important the rounds get, but this really is probably the most important round of the game so far, and that's a great shot to start it. Magic's dropping Roy up on Catwalk. And Spirit can just stop. Whatever their game plan is, they don't need to rush off the back of that one. They can wait to see if Mad Lions try and send in anyone aggressively. Mir, oh, that's a whiff shot, a whiffed opportunity, but he makes up for it with a kill. The grenade going through the window room. Bubsky gonna hang around, but he can't scope at fear of making noise that Mir will hear. So smoke down, wallbang attempted, but Bubsky, he is just gambling at this point. He's hoping Mad Lions might want to just stack a bomb site together and hope Spirit come their way, but as we saw in the first half, when Spirit did the exact same thing, Shush cleared B and came in on a huge flank. That's a big kill. Bubsky defending B site with his life. The bomb was deep in the apartments as well. That will head elsewhere, down lower towards A. The Mad Lions want to peel away. They've definitely heard that jumping from Chopper. They have players on the catwalk, and so that might be information in and of itself to send Mad Lions back towards this A site.
Akor's already here with his AWP. There's one for him, and they don't get that trade. Akor now still a threat, still a problem. And even as they deal with the Cillian back on Cat, they're not out of the woods just yet. However, double AWP in the retake, it's never ideal, and especially not in a 2-on-3 like this. Mir's even wrapping around, doesn't take both the AWPs away, and leaves Akor in this 1v2. Bombs planted for Cat. And there is still a man at ramp looking to spice things up. That's Chopper, and he's going to best Akor in the head-to-head. So a 9th now on the board for Team Spirit, and no money for the Mad Lions side. There is still a world in which Team Spirit can make this comeback happen, and they're starting to make me believe bit by bit, little by little.
Yeah,
this round should be a 10th, right?
As Christine said on the desk prior to this game, right? Like, this team, we know them to start slow. They do like to do that, right? And build back into the game. So, yeah, Spirit, a slow start in this one. 5 rounds in the first half, but right now they're making this one competitive. Oh dear, the pistols in middle could be a problem. 1 kill's already come through. The Scouts found another, not like this, Spirit. They can't afford to lose to the full eco, and luckily they'll regain control of the round. This Scout shot, if it lands, could be a big one, but Akor, oh, shooting early. He's going to go back for it. Chopper walking past Shush, and he's loud as well. Shush whiffs the shot. Dear, oh dear. Every chance Mad Lions have had in this round has been bottled, and now it's going to be Spirit just walking into B as a unit. They know where Akor is, or at least was, and they're able to take him down. Nice round from Spirit. Pistols, they get a little bit scary for a second there, Harry, but they won't be winning anything anytime soon. Mad Lions coming back in with guns at a 13-10 scoreline.
Now the pressure might be starting to get to Mad Lions a bit, right? Like, because when this comeback starts, when Team Spirit starts to get rounds on the board, you're thinking, oh, well, we've got such a big lead. You know, like, we don't have to worry yet. And, well, now they don't have such a big lead. So now might be the time to worry. And with Idis Balance legging Shush on the cross, it's a nice start to this round for Spirit. Just a bit of chip damage. Akor's going to try and go aggressive and spots this man back in top mid, but isn't going to get offered a chance at the re-peak. Mir just concedes this ground. However, this has left Akor with an angle into the T apartments, and another player this time gets on by. This AWP being so deep in top mid can cause some problems for Spirit, though, right? Because now Mad Lions get the information on each and every one of these players that they see cross, and they haven't seen anyone go back into the apartments yet. So they know that at least 2 players are down. Now, there's a third. Akor's finally like, maybe I should zoom all the way in. But it does concede his position in top mid. I figured we'd see a bit more of a A site lean right now from Mad Lions with the information that Akor gets, that 3 players have crossed back out of the apartments. But they still have these 2 dedicated over towards B. Shush is holding on to Palace, and he's got support from Roy inside of the site. Team Spirit have been so quiet here. Oh, that Molly couldn't have come in at a better time if they tried. As the push comes through, Chopper falls, the bomb gets dropped, so now they know it's the A play. 25 seconds, and nothing is presenting itself to Team Spirit. Now, Nade of the Century from Roy there, as he brings himself down low. It's a bit of a handicap, but He's just giving the advantage to Team Spirit, toying with them. Mir, last man remaining, and Shush is going to get rid of him. 14 on the board for Mad Lions as they look to get this one over the line.
Oh, that was just an excellent round, wasn't it? And, you know, like you said, it's just a Molotov. I think the Molly probably wins them the round because look at the first kill that comes through. The bomb just gets thrown out of the palace into the balcony. Magix, he gets a second chance. He backs up and waits in the smoke, but he just relies on a smoke fade and he gets taken down by Shush. So, yeah, what could Spirit even do once they lost that first player? Nothing. But just double down and hope for the best. And now that's what they're going to do here. Fast and furious into the site. But Acor has quick reactions. We'll find Idis Balance in the palace. Spirit are going to commit here on the cross, looking to get the bomb planted. Chopper is low, but he does jump over the spam shots of Roy. Good luck ducking below the grenade, though. He will not be able to do that. No acrobatics today. Roy jumps out of the site, and Spirit abandoned this one. I love the call. Mir has cleared out B. In all of this madness, and all of the speed that they took the A site, Mad Lions have rotated, as they should have, off of B. Bubsky is going to try and spot this. He's too late, though. Oh, he needs to go left if he wants the info, and he gets it. Won't get a kill, but that's everything. He now knows he can beat these players to the site, but are they ready for Mir? That is the big question.
Yeah, well, they hear the footsteps in apps, right? And at this point, Mad Lions are probably thinking, guys, they're not even in yet. We've got them dead to rights. And that's where Mir could do a hell of a lot. He's going to drop that smoke over towards Cat. But we still don't know he's here, and that allows him to blindside a Cillian. Now this wrap from Roy has been spotted and no kill was found on the back of giving up this information. This has suddenly gone from being what looked like a great round for Mad Lions to now one that Team Spirit looked to walk away with, and it's all on the back of Mir getting into B so quickly, so far ahead of the rest of the team, and just securing this path for the bomb to come on in. Acor and Bubsky, they're going to save because once again, it's this double AWP in the retake, and that's not what you want to be giving over, and it doesn't give you a great chance of finding anything. It's a little bit heartbreaking because Sunday Young and Magix are both very, very low. Like, Mir is the only man with any HP.
For sure, to echo what you said, like that felt like Mad Lions had the round under lock and key. The fact that they don't like initially rush into B, like Bubsky doesn't make the mistake. He actually goes into B, he throws util and apps, and then he leaves. And because Mir was so hidden in the site, Mir actually never sees Bubsky. Past that, you think, oh, things are looking good. But I guess that gave a full sense of security to Mad Lions after Bubsky went B and didn't die from it. So Cillian just runs into the site. Why would he know that Mir's there? And he doesn't. He dies, and, well, yeah, Spirit, they just commit out the balcony. So really, really good round from them. The rotators very, very well called as, you know, they send a fast A initially, and they're going to do it again. This time committing behind it, though. The bomb is here, and it's here to stay. Spirit have cleared out A. Mad Lions stacking B, and that is so quick. 136 when Bubsky gets shot from the A site. Probably wasn't ready for such a quick pace out into the... Oh, dear. Oh, no. Harry, what's happening?
We needed an ult because it's just Shush and Acor left in this 2-on-4. And once again, here you go. If I told you they were going to try and hold on to the double orbs, would you believe me? They don't get away, though.
Oh, dear. What is Mir doing? This is sweaty. He's on top of the cash register. He's looking to make a withdrawal, and Acor, he's heard him. But two players moving, plus a man on Cat, plus a man in apps. Oh no, Acor, you're not getting out of this one alive. It's all about how many kills can he take.
Well, the answer might surprise you. It's 0. Team Spirit, they hunt him down, they hound down this AWP, and they'll put a 12th up on the board. Now, there is still money for Mad Lions, but you're in a bit of an awkward spot. You can get this investment here and now. If you lose it, however, this comeback is more than just a threat. It feels like it's going to come through, right? It feels like a 14-14 would be guaranteed if you invest here and you lose this round. So on top of that, right, the fact that we know this team has been liking to have these AWPs at every opportunity, that's not an option to them here. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for this investment. They can't afford to play scared. With 2 between them and Team Spirit, maybe they should be.
This is mad, Harry. And the fact of the matter is, like, Spirit do this. They pull this comeback that was 13-5, and they win this map. Like, we head to their pick. We head to Nuke. Yeah, of course, you can make the argument. Nuke, Danish territory, great map for Mad Lions. All of those things are true, but it's Spirit's pick, and so that really sets them up. So, yeah, it's a scary world we're in right now. Quick spot in the window. Roy does not want to recommit to that one. It's actually Acor, rather. Roy is dropped under. Acor trying to flash into middle, right-clicking this one. popping below. And no one from Mad Lions wants to face. Look at how passive everyone is. Look at how scared everyone is of going down early. I don't blame them, but someone will eventually. And oh dear, it's all over the place. It's a team kill from the T side, and blink and you miss it. 15 rounds. Mad Lions just kill everyone in middle. I don't know what happened. That lower player bursts out, joins the team, and Mad Lions push through every smoke available. I don't know what happened, Harry, but I do know we're at map point.
Yeah, very unfortunate way for everything to fall apart for Team Spirit. Like, Magic's TKing. I didn't even catch it. I didn't realize, you know, where he got that kill from, but it looked like it was just an unfortunate lineup at Catwalk once all the flashbangs started going off and that round just went to chaos. Mad Lions in this round, they're switching things up once again. They've gone aggressive down here towards ramp, and this is a nice bit of information to grab if you're in the Mad Lions crew, but they've got to do something with this information. While they have 2 players down at ramp, it might not matter if the B play comes in and these site players fall and then the rotation is just so far away. So these 2 dudes at B, they've got to hold the line, and it's Shush and Astillion. They've opened up with a kill already, and that has stopped this B play in its tracks for Team Spirit. They don't even know that they want to commit to it now. They start to go back. They start to change their mind, perhaps. However, this bomb, which is on the back of Magic's, is still in the apartment, still in the danger zone. While these kills are coming in elsewhere on the map, it's left Team Spirit with nothing. They try and go into B, and they get mopped up.
Damn, Mad Lions here. They come to play. I got to say, you got to give some props to Spirit in this series. That was a hugely dominant game at one point in favor of the Danes. But Spirit, they put a lot of T-side rounds on the board, rather. They don't let Mad Lions streak any back-to-back CT rounds in that half, apart from the pistol and the anti-eco. And yeah, I think Spirit showed us a lot there, but unfortunately not enough. It was Mad Lions' pick. And like I said, going to Nuke now, second map for the series. I think we're in for a belter, Harry. I think this one could go the distance.
It certainly could, right? Nuke is a very interesting second map, Hugo. It's one that's good for both of these teams, as was Mirage. But for me, I'm just going to be kicking it back with the Lion Boys because they just put on a great performance there. That's all for this first map, but join us for the second and the analyst desk after a quick break.